Welcome to Chapter 8, Strings. Strings are one of the most versatile and commonly used data types in Python. They are used to store and process text, whether it's a single character, a word, a sentence, or an entire paragraph. A string is a sequence of Unicode characters. You create a string by enclosing characters in single, double, or triple quotes. Whether you use single or double quotes does not matter, as long as you are consistent. Triple quotes are used for multi-line strings. Triple quoted strings can span multiple lines without needing any special escape characters. They are commonly used for documentation strings, also called doc strings, which describe what a function or module does. The new line characters in the text are preserved inside the string. Every character in a string has a position called an index. Indexing starts at 0 from the left, so the first character is at index 0, the second is at index 1, and so on. Accessing an index beyond the length of the string raises an index error. Python also supports negative indexing, which lets you access characters from the right end. Index -1 refers to the last character, -2 to the second last, and so on. This is particularly useful when you need the last character but do not know the length of the string. Slicing extracts a portion of a string using the syntax string of start: stop: step. The start index is included, but the stop index is excluded. For example, slicing the string hello world from index 0 to 5 gives you hello, extracting just the first 5 characters. Slicing is very flexible. Omitting the start means beginning from the first character. Omitting the stop means going all the way to the end. Using a step of 2 extracts every second character, and using a step of -1 reverses the entire string. An important property of strings is that they are immutable. Once a string is created, its characters cannot be changed. Attempting to assign a new character to an index like str1 at 0 equals j raises a type error. To change a string, you must create a new one. The plus operator concatenates or joins 2 strings together. Hello plus a space plus world produces hello world. Both operands must be strings. If you try to concatenate a string with an integer, Python raises a type error. You must first convert the integer to a string using str. The asterisk operator repeats a string a given number of times. Hey times 3 gives ha ha ha. The in operator checks if one string is a substring of another. The string elwin hello returns true. The not in operator does the opposite check. To traverse a string means to process each character one at a time. The simplest way is a for loop. For ch in the string Python, the loop variable ch takes the value p, then y, then t, and so on each iteration. You can also use range and len to traverse by index. Strings support comparison operators like equals, not equals, less than, and greater than. Comparison is done character by character based on Unicode values. Since the letter A comes before B in Unicode, comparing apple with banana tells us apple is less than banana. Python's string methods make text processing very powerful. The upper method converts all characters to uppercase, while lower converts to lowercase. The capitalize method makes only the first letter uppercase, and the title method capitalizes the first letter of every word. For searching within strings, count returns how many times a substring appears. The find method returns the index of the first occurrence and returns -1 if not found. The index method works the same way, but raises a value error if the substring is absent. The replace method substitutes all occurrences of one substring with another. The strip method removes whitespace from both ends of the string, which is very useful when processing user input. lstrip removes only from the left and rstrip only from the right. The split method breaks a string into a list of substrings at each occurrence of a separator. Splitting the string a, b, c using comma as the separator gives the list a, b, c. The join method does the reverse. It joins a list of strings into one single string using a specified separator. Python provides useful checking methods. Isalpha returns true if all characters in the string are alphabetic. Isdigit returns true if all characters are numeric digits. Isalnum returns true if all characters are either letters or digits with no spaces or punctuation. The startswith and endswith methods check the beginning and end of a string respectively. For example, you might check if a file name ends with .py to confirm it is a Python script. These methods return true or false and are cleaner than using slicing for this purpose. The built-in len function returns the total number of characters in a string. Len of hello returns 5. Len of an empty string returns 0. Knowing the length is essential for loop-based traversal and for preventing index out-of-range errors when slicing. String formatting allows you to embed variable values inside a string. The format method uses curly braces as placeholders. F-strings, available from Python 3.6, are even more convenient. You prefix the string with F and write variable names directly inside curly braces. Escape sequences are special character combinations beginning with a backslash. \n creates a new line, \t creates a tab, and 2 backslashes produce a literal backslash character. These are used when you need to include characters in a string that would otherwise be interpreted differently. Since strings are sequences, several built-in sequence functions work on them. The min function returns the character with the smallest Unicode value, and max returns the largest. The sorted function returns a new sorted list of all the characters in the string. A palindrome is a string that reads the same forwards and backwards, like race car. To check for a palindrome, simply compare the string with its reverse. The reverse is obtained using slicing with a step of -1. If they are equal, the string is a palindrome. A common string processing task is counting vowels. You traverse the entire string character by character using a for loop. For each character, you check if it exists in the string of vowels A, E, I, O, U in both uppercase and lowercase. Each match increments a counter. Chapter 8 gave us a thorough understanding of strings in Python. Strings are immutable sequences supporting indexing, slicing, concatenation, and repetition. Python's rich set of string methods, including upper, lower, find, replace, split, and join, make text processing elegant and powerful.